Speaker Kevin McCarthy joins us now, and I did have a couple of comments about that yesterday. I don't know if you saw any of it. It got thrown around all over the place. It got a lot of views, but I'm trying to figure out that the real wage growth part of it, because I don't. No, you're laughing, but so I think in the last month, or in the last couple of months, year over year, you finally started seeing wages grow. With inflation included.
They haven't kept up with inflation.
Well, prior to that, it was 24 straight months where wages fell, and we're not back to where we were prior to the president taking over. So you're going to hear in the speech tomorrow night a lot of figures like that, but on closer inspection, there's something happening, because the point I was making to Jared was that the latest Pew Research poll was 35% approval for the president and for the economic policies. And they seem to think that the Americans just don't know how good they have it.
They just don't know reality. I mean, when you sit out there and you look at where America stands today, I always look at competitiveness, because we've got to think about America as in a competition with the rest of the world. So what is he doing from administration to make sure we're competitive with the rest of the world? Well, there's three major things I would look at, right? I'd look at regulatory world. Well, he's made it much more dangerous to be in America. He's made inflation up by all of his new regulations. He's made it more competitive, less competitive for us. His energy policy. He picks one form of energy, making us weaker. I mean, if you look at energy, Germany has this problem now too. So that becomes a real challenge for us. And then, is there any new trade policy? Is he opening up any new world for us? No. And his tax policy, OECD, is going to make it harder for America. The global Yellen tax, yeah.
Is that going to fly? Is that what are the chances that happens?
It all depends whether he gets reelected or not. The failure, if we're able to succeed and he not get reelected, we can kill that. Otherwise, American business is going to be taxed more here and taxed more abroad and less competitive everywhere we go.
That doesn't have to go through Congress or anything? It just...
No, we do. I mean, keep us in the majority, you'll be okay. But we've got the 2017 tax policy. He has mixed messages there. Some of this goes away, and is he's going to do expensing and others where we want to be competitive, have a competitive tax policy? He's looking at it a whole different way. The whole discussion I had with him during the debt ceiling, all he wanted to do was raise more taxes. That's the only thing he wanted on the table, and I wouldn't allow it.
There are plenty of positives, though, in terms of employment levels. I mean, wages are starting, they're growing, and inflation is coming down, finally, at this point. It's still too high, obviously.
We did win the majority. That helped so much at the standpoint. But, I mean, think about it. They added $6 trillion. Milton Friedman is my favorite economist.
How much did Trump add? I think 8, right?
Well, when you look, we started the pandemic in that place. What did they add in the process?
Right.
Their inflation reduction and others were they going through. But what we found is only government can really create inflation. And the overspending has put us into a spiral.
But it's global, Kevin. I mean, the inflation is, we're seeing it even higher in the UK and in other parts of the world. So there is something to the post-pandemic Putin.
What did he do to our energy policy at the same time?
Right.
And why don't we use the things God has blessed America with? Why wouldn't we think about using our energy policy to make us economically stronger, but geopolitically the world safer? Why wouldn't we have a long-term plan where we would want China and India dependent on our natural gas? Why wouldn't we map out a 20-year economic plan like this? That shouldn't be a Republican or Democrat. That should be an American plan that would make the world safer, make us economically stronger, and environmentally sound. If you just replace Russian natural gas for 1 year in Europe, you would lower 218 million CO2 emissions in 1 year. So, I mean...
The Green Lobby doesn't...
Replace it with
American natural gas.
Right, but the Green Lobby doesn't...
cleaner than Russian natural gas.
The Green Lobby doesn't really know what to do with natural gas. They understand it's cleaner, but it also comes from drilling, and they don't want drilling. I mean, they're not really sure what they're going to replace it with, because did you see the latest figures? We're at 82% fossil fuel. That's a composite. Every year, the energy demand globally, it's going to go up another percentage point. We're stuck at 82%. With all the trillions we spent on renewables, it hasn't moved the needle on that one iota.
California is a good example of this, right? Because we're a large economy. No matter what we do in America, we need to double the size of our grid, okay?
Right.
So we need all the above. Stop picking one form of energy over the others. I watched Gavin Newsom attack the oil and gas. That doesn't mean we're going to use less. What he did, he attacked crude that's developed in California. He shrunk it by 20% production. So that was 80,000 barrels a day. You know where he replaced that with? Russian crude. He would buy 50,000 barrels a day from Putin to help fund the war in Ukraine. And he thinks he's environmentally sound. No, it's worse to use it someplace else instead of the policies we have in America.
Where do you want to go? You mentioned Putin. You had some comments that he seems like a different person. You think something has changed since?
Well, no, I look at his action, I look at his abilities. Prigozhin was very public for the last month or so, criticizing Putin severely like nobody else has done. He threatened many different ways. The Putin of old, Prigozhin would have fallen out a window or something. This would have never sustained itself. Secondly, it seems to me as Putin's slow to make decisions. He's making bad decisions, but he's slower to make. So to me, it seems like he's isolated himself. He doesn't have real information coming in or the most up-to-date information. He's allowing to be attacked. At no time, Putin considers himself a strongman. I consider Putin to be more like a mafia boss. He studies and looks at actions in that way. Mm-hmm. And to allow Prigozhin to move all the way up that he did, he's just not the same person, and he's not going to have the same strength in the country that he does.